see it from Hanwha Live Esports. It's just going to be a Trundle.
All right, Trundle to come in to help counteract the tankiness of both that Sejuani and the Ornn in the top lane, which makes them very
right. But the skill part of it's always been inverted commas. But then you see people missing Scuttle Crabs, and you remember that, oh, right, okay. It is possible to miss some of these abilities.
Yondu looking to
and I hear there's other modes.
I hear there's a sequel to that.
What?
Key gonna get jumped on though. Lockdown coming through, taking a lot of damage, but still gonna be alive. And locked down underneath the turret is gonna be Max. Dashes out, but the turret shot will pursue forward. And that's gonna be first blood going over to Key. Dive in from Ian, however, does come up with the kill onto Songyun, and a very nice reaction. Why is my screen flashing? Horn gonna get called out, not gonna find the clip. Rift Herald will be taken over here by MVP as they scoop up this objective, say thank you very much. Lava gonna try to stop them, does have an exhaust ready to go, and that's gonna be a TP actually coming through from the side of Hanwha Life as Songyun looks to join in onto this fight. Ian, very far forward, exhaust down onto Yondu as he goes low. The jump forward, Ian stuck on the wrong side of the pillar, has to flash over the wall to try to keep himself alive, and Linderong is playing up in the front lines. ADD gets taken down as Lava just rips him apart. And oh man, we are getting back into Fiesta territory as Lava gets the double kill, jumps over the wall, and takes down the Sejuani. Jumped in the end, Hanwha Life taking the lead, 3-1 now. Switching a bit of a gold lead as Ian goes in looking for Songyun, but Songwon sitting nearby. Glacial Prison gonna come down, that's gonna be the Varus getting taken out, and suddenly it's 3-3. Still a 1,500 gold lead in the favor. He's gonna be pillared off, trying to work his way around, but he doesn't know where to go. There's a Varus above him. We'll get a double knockup, but yeah, I think he just surrendered here. Lava tries to get the tag in just to get the assist, but it's not going to
Sometimes the instant casts are bad, but they see Irelia in the bot lane who has all the gold, and they say, well, we're definitely going to get the charge in the turrets. And nicely played by Hanwha Live. Here's the engaged attempt.
Horn coming through, but no pop-up there onto Lava. Max going to jump in, gets the knock-up into Glacial Prison down onto Songwon, but he's still going to be alive. He's able to flash away and keep himself up, so Mundo just regenerates that very rapidly. We'll have to see what the figures are going to be like at the end of the game, now that Ian does have that Trinity Force ready to go, as does Pilot. Getting closer to the Manamune.
The Songyun and Key means they got incidental chip damage earlier. Now going to take down the turret as well. Third turret of the game for Hanwha Live.
Coming in yet again, this time ADD in the ground. One now pushing forward, Max going in, gets the knockup coming through onto Lava. He'll flash away, try to keep himself alive, and almost trades back there onto the Rakan. In the meantime, Yondu in the front line, just going to get chewed apart yet again. The subjugate coming through the Trundle. Such a great pick, and now Linderong poking in from the backside, ensures the kill there on the Max by slowing him down with the cleaver. Flash already used, no escape for him. ADD trying to call in the Ornn into the backside, but there's really nothing to be done here. Songyun takes down that tower. He'll get knocked down to half as Pilot flashes away. Heading up towards the blue pit, but he is all on his lonesome with Lava and Key hot in pursuit.
Item timing's actually working better for Hanwha Live. Doesn't hit, no, not quite. Paddlestar not going to be in range. Free hitting for Songyun, who just hit Rageblade Blade the Ruin King, meant they made short work of the front line of MVP. Max tried to big engage, it's turned around, and now they have a lot of Baron damage.
Yeah, that is just going to be taking almost nothing that MVP can do, even with the short death timers. Ian is nearby. Actually, they're going to try to commit for this one, but Baron is already going to be taken. TP still completed by Pilot.
Ezreal as well. The Rakan is drafted into Morgana, which is a counter pick for lane very heavily. And then from there, the item timing and break the base in the first spot in the top lane top.
It goes down and Inhibitor to follow suit very quickly thereafter. Horn will get called out. They're looking for the pop-up, but it only goes on to Songyun, who has that Black Shield ready to go. Max goes in, gets the knock-up on the Linderong, but he's a Mundo. He has the ultimate rolling. He's going to get topped right back up to full HP.
They roll up, they get the Rageblade passive built on the turret, and now MVP, they've used most of their tools, both their initiation, in fact, all three are down. So comically, they get nothing and actually lose further inhibitors using all of their initiative. An Executioner's calling, or anything to stop the Mundo, the answer seems to be no.
Yeah, probably not.
That would have to be the Ezreal, as the minion wave is pushing in, and MVP is just kind of waiting until that inevitable doom.
Yeah, have to go ahead and answer those minion waves, which means that they're probably just going to lose the third inhibitor for free. We're close to it. Max, waiting in the wings, will get spotted out on wards as he tries to push in for this engage, but this is likely to be the Hail Mary play here from the side of MVP. He's going to flash in, doesn't catch anybody, doesn't even make it out with his life. I was going to say he barely does, but no, he'll get taken down as Lava finds yet another kill. Songwon going low, but it seems like he'll be just fine. Big pop-up from ADD, trying to transition some kills in here for the side of MVP, but with Ian going down, Yondu following suit, it's just going to be Pilot and ADD left alive as the super creeps are in onto the Nexus towers. One of them already destroyed. ADD has to make it back to the fountain. Finding on the pilot, Lava jumps forward, takes a lot of damage there from the fountain, but Hanwha Life Esports will close out game 1 at 27 minutes here, 9-3 on the clock with a massive gold lead.
I like the draft, clean play, very well executed by Hanwha Life. Famous pick from ADD.
Will be coming through, so mid lane Swain with the top lane Malphite for ADD. Still come out on top though.
If you want to know honestly why he didn't, maybe we'll hold the
out on
point
top.
first.
Linderong in underneath the tower, has the passive ready to go. He'll get sacrificed for the moment here as they try to finish off ADD, but Lava gonna take a lot of damage. They managed to get it in the end. One more shot, not gonna happen. Minion still hitting Linderong, however.
Sort of, because of his craggy exterior passive. When Sejuani comes, it probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's going to be the gank coming through. ADD does not have the flash, does not have the unstoppable force, so he is just going to get taken down as Linderong finds a second kill.
Low. That's why everyone's here.
Yep, even Lava on the roam still has the ult ready to go with the Weaver's wall. Linderong in underneath the turret. He's going to chunk this one down. ADD just going to flash over the other side of the wall. Key now getting the flash taunt. Big knockup from the Dark Flight coming in from Linderong as he plays up into the front line. So much CC being offered up onto that Malphite. He will get taken down. Stun coming through now onto Ian as he tries to stay alive. Goes Golden to avoid the seismic shove. There's just so much follow-up damage coming through. Linderong will get the final hit as he pops the passive, and he can walk away with his light pace. Hanwha nearby. Can he get the smite seal? Dragon going to be resetting back into the pit. Weaver's wall cutting off the members of MVP. Wall now going to expire.
Oh, baby.
Diamond there from Linderong to lock down the glacial prism here onto Yondu. He will fall. Follow-up kill comes through as Linderong finds the double kill. Now looking for the triple as ADD tries to escape into the dry brush, but cannot do it. They managed to get one kill, however, on the Lava, so no perfect game for Hanwha Life. Lines are open. Get your call in, make your donation.
I don't know if we can endorse any individual charity. That's probably against the terms of service of a lot of things. But your local recommended charity should definitely be invested on. Is Shelly going to get the turret? The clapping when it came to Faker and Jensen was quite one-sided. Maybe the clapping transfers. In summer is speaking of transfers.
All the CC going forward onto Ian, not really getting a chance to play any League of Legends as Key arrives on the backside. That's going to be a kill handed off onto Songyun. Now ADD is wondering, how did I get myself into this mess? I have to try to jump away. But the CC is still just way too strong from Hanwha Life. Hits coming through the threaded volley. Volley barely missing out onto him as he escapes. But it's never a good feeling when you have to use the unstoppable force to exit a fight rather than start one.
Hey now, talk about what he used. He had unstoppable force and flash away, and still almost died. It is really, really hipster choice. That was the skin they secretly added the Shamrock Q animation, and people got very excited about because back then skins were not very exciting for that one. If I never lived there, it's hard. I guess Trundle's dead.
Yeah, he'll flash away, but Lava's got a flash as well.
I find if you didn't live somewhere, it just sounds racist when you do it.
Well, MVP looking to investigate the Baron. They have really no vision. The flash taunt coming through, and the pilot just disappears. Ian, he delays the inevitable. He'll go golden for the moment, but it's just going to be a triple kill scooped up by Songyun.
They're just hitting a pinata, and the gold keeps falling out. They're getting diminishing returns. It's 12-1.
This is a crap pinata because you normally are supposed to get a couple hits in before it breaks. This thing is just shattering on impact.
This is definitely the house you visit on Halloween. There's no candy left. You're like, where's the candy from this pinata?
It's the one giving out apples and floss.
The problem is, to be real, Hanwha Life is going back again.
They're wrong. Joel just chimed in since he's with Smooth, but
wouldn't he be a smooth peanut butter?
You know, almost said something that I would have regretted, but yes, he would be.
Well, there's Joel for you.
We won't release that inside joke, but yeah, that's Joel. He's back to Skype now. He's no longer Discord.
He's been downgraded. TeamSpeak's the possibility.
Yeah, you know, maybe we have to further.
What's the one that's not Mumble? There's another one that no one ever uses.
Ventrilo?
I feel like there's one that's even more tangential.
I just know TeamSpeak, Mumble, Ventrilo, Skype.
I know all those. I feel like there's another one, like Raid Call. He's
Raid
Call. He's on Raid Call.
Oh man, my first casting job ever was for a Raid Call tournament.
Well, maybe we shouldn't say anything bad. They're back, you know. You want to keep your options open.
That was 2012.
How's Curse Voice doing?
You know, that one just is the Twitch app now.
Hey, it's pretty good then. We love Curse Voice.
X-Fire.
Evolved into
X-Fire voice chat.
That was called X-Fire, not Crossfire, right?
Yes, Crossfire was the old game.
Well, it's still actually a game. You know who's going to get caught in the Crossfire?
Much like that Swain right there as Ian goes golden yet again, but he'll stay alive this time. But the same cannot be said for Max, who's just not been having a great series with the Rakan.
You know, Really don't know who's had the best series for MVP. The fans, probably. They're always the winner. Also the losers, but side point. Life Esports walk up, and turns out when you have a 16,000, almost 20,000 gold lead at 20, ungodly lead in gold.
I mean, what more do you want about this right here? They're going to go ahead and take the 20,000 gold lead with the kill of the tower. Just about. They're at just 300 away from it. Inhibitor, third one, getting ready to fall. It's still 3.5 minutes on top and mid. Super Creeps are pushing into the tower as Linderong escorts them forward. Yeah. Maybe we'll put up a Twitter poll, see how people feel about sweeping the tower.
I thought the best way to do commentary would go full nature documentary and let people listen to the game.
That's true. You know, we haven't been able to do the nature documentary in quite some time. This was certainly a series where
No. I'm talking about the nature documentary where they didn't even have the budget for Sir David Attenborough, and they just leave the sounds of the jungle. Like, should we let the viewers listen to the end of the game? It's going to happen soon. We just need to see one ability.
I'll go right up to the Nexus exploding here. Linderong going to jump back. ADD looking for an excuse to use the ultimate here. Max is just going to get burned down as Lava takes him out. Stand United use here on Asong as he jumps forward. Taunt not going to find anything. The turret's under siege. And now I will leave you with the dulcet tones of an unstoppable force. Actually, as they jump in, they manage to get one kill. They finally take down the Aatrox and get the Ezreal. And MVP might have found a way to stretch this out a little bit. I want that one to be quoted out of context. Very winnable game.
9 stacks on the Medjai's for Lava.
All right, well, double TP going to be coming through. Weaver's wall from Lava just to get into the base faster. ADD, what are you doing? Who's over by the blue buff? That's just going to be the tower going down. The rest of the team getting shattered. ADD just caught with his pants down in the jungle. And I will leave you with the closing moments of this series.